Hi everyone, Michelle here from Acrylic Mixology Art. Welcome. It's an old canvas. It actually has resin on it, so I thought I'd do some experimenting with some of my colors. I sprayed this. Paint doesn't go on resin so easy when you try and brush it on, so I just sprayed it, which is pretty much the same color I'm about to put down anyway, so it's all good. But this is olive green deep. I'm working on a 20 by 20 inch canvas. Yeah. Trying to find this right combo with a few colors I want to use. This is Cerulean Blue Deep by Golden. Has a little bit of Prussian Blue in it, but just to darken it a tad. I'm going to do a pearl pour. These are all my base coat colors. This is raw umber mixed with black because I really wanted it dark. I have some white. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little white. Ah! Made in M. That's me. I am not going to go all the way to the edges. I have plenty of paint on here, so I know it shouldn't roll over each other. So I'll show you what I'm trying to kind of replicate. Let me grab it. This, I guess you can see it. I don't know if you can see the gold shimmer or not. I love the colors in here. I'm still going back and forth on a brown versus a black. Part of me thinks the black will be better, so I'm hoping I've darkened it up enough to where's the way I paint? So it looks dark like a black versus just a brown. Ooh, I have a ton of bubbles in here. My plan is to do a diagonal. This is a green, a light green. It's not minty, it's just a really light green. And this is a table scrape. So I wouldn't be surprised if I got some cloud pearls from that as well. This is Color Art Primary Elements. This is Scarab Beetle. I do love this color. You can't see it here. You gotta tilt it a different way to see it, but it has it's got a mauvey kind of greenish look to it, so I like using it. This is QNAG. This is also Color Art Primary Element. This is a Harvest Gold. It's a pretty gold. It's a deep gold. Don't make fun of my jars. My neighbor gave me their jars like these, pickle jars. But I like them because 1, they're big, 2, I don't have to buy other jars, and 3, they seal tightly, so I mean, why not? But apparently they like pickles. If you're watching or you end up seeing this, I'm sorry. Already picked on her about it. I'm like, dang it, the pickles. Like pickle freak. This is pearl yellow. Amsterdam's pearl yellow. I don't anticipate that doing very well. I'm gonna move these over here because I will get paint on them. And the last color is moss blue. I'm sorry, that was deep plum. This is moss blue. Now the moss blue and the deep, whoa, what was that? That was a boogie. I'm hoping, I don't think it's going to work this time because I got too much paint. I was hoping that blue would really stay here in the middle. I need to find that chunk of whatever. Is that it? Look at that. Thank you, Floetrol. Still have a gazillion bubbles. Some of this I just mixed. All right, what's we gonna do? Come off this way. Come back. It is kind of looking a little black. Something else. Don't worry, all the paint I poured off, I will scrape. Put back on here, or reuse it. Depending on the color, even colors you think are ugly, like the grays or whatever, definitely reuse them. I don't know what that was that boogie thing that I pulled out. I'm not liking that clump at all. So yeah, these, while this develops, I'll yak for a minute. These are the drinks that aid you in being rehydrated. My husband works out in the yard quite a bit and he'll use those. These are just little apple juice bottles. But I mean, I put some hot water in it and put a little soap and shake it up and clean it and rinse it out, and voila, I have a sealed bottle to store paints. And this is so much easier to shake up and mix, honestly, than to stir, to me. So, all right, so I'm liking parts of this. My brown has disappeared. Well, I see it in, yeah, that might be the plum down there. Huh, interesting. Oh, there's some up there. Got a little bit in here. Got a little bit around the green. Do some lines. Usually when I do lines, I'm using my skewer. I'm trying not to do that. But to me, I think I do a better job. there's not a lot of paint left, which is good. I did not get my blue kept in the middle. I had too much paint. That's usually my problem, honestly. I get too much paint. I don't know what this is, but we're just gonna have to do something with it. I do usually what I was gonna say. I do usually put too much paint. So honestly, I'm not really surprised. I'm just trying to break that pile up where I had some boogies. This one's an issue too. Well, this is developing quite nicely. I think adding this in, because I can see pieces of it, and this is table scrape, so this has some enamel in it, so it also had a little effect. I need some black. I do have more coming up. Kind of like I need some up in here, though. I have more here. Well, it's brown, but it is looking black. So I added just enough black to it, I guess. Yep, going back to my skewer. Wow. I feel like there's something in there. There's some seriously cool looking pearls in here. In this corner, and you'll be able to see when I take you down, it's got a brown black ring, the olive green deep, a little bit of cerulean blue, and then I think I'm seeing this in there too, or actually it could be the white, because then there's like a shade, there's some white in there or something. It's either this or the white has lightened the green, and it's looking good. Take some of that out. I'm not very good at embellishing. It's just kind of looks like balloon dips now. And poop. Looks like baby poop. I might have to do some brushing with that once it dries. So I'm not liking how it turned out at all. Just kind of getting muddy now. We'll see. I'll leave it alone. No, I'll just cover it. I don't know. So this that I'm pulling through, making wispies, is a mixture of the Scarab Beetle and the QNAG. And I can see the blue underneath that is just not, see? And then there's green under that one. See how much paint I have left on here. Yeah. I could probably tilt some more off, but I'm loving some of these cells. So thinking I should have stuck with, I had, let me get it. So on the other sample I showed you, I had the Harvest Moon. And it looks very similar to QNAG. It just has a shimmer to it. Here's QNAG, here's Harvest Moon. Can't really see a ton of difference. To me, it looks like the QNAG is flat and the Harvest Moon is the same color, but the Harvest Moon has got shimmer. It's a gloss versus the QNAG, which is flat. So I do think I like the Harvest Moon better. But I wanted to add some gold in. I didn't want it to clash. So in this one, I don't know if you can see the gold. That gold is the Harvest Moon. Wait, yeah, Harvest Moon. So I thought, well, if I use QNAG and I could just add some gold in, ta-da. But I'm really liking just the Harvest Moon and taking these out. I don't know. I really liked the moss blue against the plum, and it laid on top, but it didn't stay on top because I put too much paint on it as usual. Oh. that black brown is almost sunk in there, which I knew it would. It just didn't sink very well over here, that's for sure. All right, I'll bring you guys in for a close-up. So it's definitely not what I was looking for, but check out these pearls. These are the ones in the corner I was referring to. I apologize for the glare. Some of these are pretty cute little guys. I have definitely more pearl than lacing. I don't know what that's about. The little white there, and then here it looks like someone hand painted them on. The QNAG and the gold are blending in quite nicely there to make more of a lacing. And as we move further over, some more cool details. There's my black brown there. These are cute. Cute. They're cute pearls. Yeah, I just have pearls galore. It's my moss blue. And then this is that light green. Bet you anything. I kind of want to tilt and stretch those out, but if I do, all this is going to get really wonky. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, when I started stretching, these started going that way, and then these started getting squished. So I just tilted it back, but yeah, it's okay. I will keep trying. I can't wait to see this dry, though. I think the colors are going to definitely darken up, and it's going to have more of the depth against the white and lighter green cells, because this was a table scrape, so it's got that enamel in it. But I think it's going to be interesting to see it. So I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to scrape it. Well, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this was so long. I need to just start videoing and then do the voiceover. It'd be so much quicker for you guys, and probably for me as well. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and go mix it up. Bye now. Hi everyone, Michelle here, Acrylic Mixology Art. Thanks for joining. So today I'm gonna create kind of a sister painting for this. It's got a lot of colors in it, and I love some of these colors are my favorite colors. So I thought it'd be nice. These are 20 by 20s, so I thought it'd be nice to do another set. This is an old painting. I think the video is posted on there. I like some of the design, the fingerlings. I did have some cloud here going, but I'm not a fan of the overall look. So I'm just going to paint over it. You know, why not, right? So I have multiple base coats here. This is Cerulean Blue Deep with some Prussian Blue. And this is mixed with a translucent base coat. So I have 4 different base coats. This is Olive Green Deep. Oh, that is a very large booger. I need to just remember to pull my tweezers out before I even start a painting, because every time I need them, I can't find them. Oh, what that is. And that looks like something else too. Alright, I think we're okay with the rest of everything. Anyways, this is Olive Green Deep. This is I think it's an Amsterdam color. Another favorite color of mine. This is raw umber. It's raw umber, but I wanted it to be a really dark brown, so I put in quite a bit of black. and it kind of looks dark brownish black when it dries. So, and then the last, I'm gonna do a little bit of white. So my cloud pearls will have a little bit of all three of these, all four of them, excuse me. Alright, let me blow some bubbles. Let's see another boogie. There we are. Gotta flick the boogers, right? Sorry about that. My husband came in. You would know it if I didn't tell you, but anyways, this is a light green, and it came from some table scrapes. So it does have a little bit of the enamel in there, and on that other one I did get some light green cloud pearls as well. This is Scarab Beetle, color art, primary element. This is QNAG. I think this is Golden's QNAG. I think, yeah. This is color art, primary element, Harvest Moon. It's actually quite a pretty gold. So if you're wondering, like if you watch videos of others doing clouds, they cover the whole canvas, then they put the paints down. I still struggle with the right amount of paint, too much, too little. It's usually too much. So I kind of just puddle it, do my design, and then I move it all around, and I seem to do better that way. This is Deep Plum. It's a deco art texture paint, actually. But it dries smooth. So, Amsterdam Pearl Yellow. Just put a little color in there. And this is Moss Blue. This is also a deco art texture paint. So I do love keeping my paints in like an old container or something. My neighbors give me, they eat a lot of pickles. My neighbors give me a lot of jars, and then these are juice containers, and these are the stuff you drink after you've been outside and you get dehydrated and you need to rehydrate. I love keeping them in this. So much easier to deal with, in my opinion. But to mix them up, all you gotta do is shake them. But when you shake them, you get air bubbles. So there's that drawback. But anyhow, all right. Which way am I gonna go? All right, let me move this around a little. And I'll figure it out. I mean, the paint's kind of everywhere, really. We'll go here first. Sure I get all the paint off. I apologize if you're not able to see this very well. Seems like I should have put more on here. I will scrape this paint up, don't worry. It's not wasted. So I have some pearls developing and other squiggly things. I got paint all in my glove when I was tilting. Ugh. So it's kind of interesting. I can remember Julie Cutts when she would do pearl paints, and she'd usually use the extreme sheens and do it. But you could always tell the last corner she went to because it was where the least amount of pearls were. But this was the first corner and the second. This was the third. This has more than any of the other corners, so it's kind of interesting. I mean, things are coming up, but I always kind of like to see exactly where they're developing first, second, third, fourth. You know, just to track it for no other reason really. But I had to switch gloves because paint went down my other glove, and that's no bueno. It's no bueno. So since I had resin over the old painting, this will dry with no issues. It won't lift the old paint because the resin's there. I'm getting my, and these they look black, but there's like a light brown in there. There's a dark brown in there too. These, and over here, I got some there. I didn't put a ton of that down, so I was concerned I wouldn't get a lot. I do see some more air bubbles again. I do have some really cool looking ones coming up here. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. I don't know why that happened. Same thing with this. I'm just gonna pull this through. Something. There's some more cells or pearls coming up in here. Not a ton, but I really dumped a lot of paint off. All right, I'm gonna let this develop some more, and I'm gonna clean up my paints, and I'll be right back. So here are my table scrapes. It's kind of it's still in the olive green family, just a little bit lighter of a color. And this can be easily used, I don't know what that is, easily be used as a color, regular color, base color. It's pretty thin, so it's probably going to have to stay in the pearl pour family of some sort, maybe straight pour. It depends. My straight pours and my ringed pours, all that, those are a lot thicker than this paint. So it just depends on how you do your paintings. No biggie either way. Then I'll just move this back. I usually put the big push pins in, but for some reason today I just wasn't motivated to do it. I just grabbed some spray can tops, and there you go. That's what these are. If I use spray paint for anything, I keep the tops and uses these tops really come in handy if you're doing coasters and you have to resin them or just to let them sit there and dry. This is what I usually use. I put something like this underneath them. So they have a nice white base and way more stable than a cup. Turning it, upside down or whatever. And that way, if I don't put it back on there exactly centered, I don't have to worry about it falling over or anything because this is so wide it'll hold it up. But usually I do put push pins, so. Anyways, that is my table scraps, and I will put it into, I'll probably put it into a different container. I cannot, the mouth of it has to be pretty wide or I will absolutely not get my target, and it'll go all over the floor. If you saw my floor, you would understand. So I usually will keep those type of containers that are wide mouth and scrape the table with those and then put them into something a little smaller, take up less of a footprint. That's all. And the other one I actually did one after this and before this one, and I absolutely hated the way it dried. It didn't crack or anything, I just hated the design. So I have table scrapes from that painting and the other one, and now I've got this one. I think the other one is a little darker than this. So anyways, I could mix the two of them together and use it again as a base coat. Maybe add a little more of the 7600, the enamel, and it would be fine. It would produce a ton of pearls. So it's all good, and there's no wasted paint, which is better. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do some lines through here, just because it just looks kind of like a big blob. Just gonna break it up some. I still can't figure out why that happened. I mean, at the very end of it, it was just really the black brown. Now it's got a little bit of the other base coat in there, so it's improving, but just want to pull that out. It just looks like it starts and stops right there. Yeah. And look at this white, just the white line with the brown black around it. That's interesting. So this one's definitely lighter than that one. I just love that one though. I'm not seeing a lot of my purple, and I'm not seeing I do see my blue. I'm seeing my gold and my QNAG. I'm seeing the Scarab Beetle. When the Scarab Beetle dries, I'm seeing quite a bit of that in here. Depending on how you turn it, it looks kind of mauvey, but then it also has this green to it. I'd say more of a yellow green that will blend well in with the olive green. So I got a ton of little things on here. Anyways, I like it. It's very earthy, very nomadic, which is what I was looking for sure. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I don't know what that is. Put my finger in it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'll take you guys in for a close-up. So just a ton of cloud pearls, and these will keep growing. They will get a little bigger. Like, remember, there was hardly anything in here, and then they're just kind of blowing up now, and this has expanded outward as well. Same thing with over here. Some of these have some really cool coloring. I see a lot of my plum over here on this side. And then I have some over here in this corner, but I don't really have a lot down here. But that's okay. My other painting that we looked at, See, you see my floor? It doesn't have, yeah, it has quite a bit of the small cells too. But now these were smaller and they grew until it stabilized. And then they, yeah, like up here. A lot of cool lacing in this one as well. I love this painting. I love the colors in it. So anyways, I'm going to let this dry. I do anticipate some of these pearls getting bigger, and some of them will stay small. But I dumped a lot of excess paint off, so hopefully they will continue to do that. I don't have anything in here. Well, that's not true. I do have some trying. They're trying to come up. I don't know if they're going to, but that literally was where I poured the remainder of the paint off, so we shall see. Well, thanks for watching. I've got to get shorter on these videos. Have a wonderful day, and I will post these videos. So go mix it up. Thank you. Bye now. So here are the dried results of these. This is the first one. And this is the second one.